Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you want to know. Well, Paphos Supermarket, the best supermarket in the whole of Paya, probably in the whole of Cyprus, was on our left-hand side. This is the Coral Bay roundabout. We're on the main road from Paya to Paphos, and we are going to take a right. And we're going to enter the area known as Coral Bay, as it says on the signpost. And this is the Coral Bay Strip. So you've got restaurant after restaurant. You've got a Bank of Cyprus if you need some money on the right hand side. You've got the Le Amis restaurant, and you've got the Rio Grande restaurant on our right hand side. And I think you're starting to understand on the strip there are restaurants after restaurants. You've got a mobile phone repairing shop, you've got the Coral Bay Health Clinic, and you've got kiosks and supermarkets. You've got rental companies for going on excursions, for renting mopeds, for renting go-karts, for renting cars, you name it, it's here. Kikos Bar, you've got the Andrea Steak Food and Sea Restaurant coming up, and just down here probably our favourite restaurant, which is the Othello's, coming up on the right hand side. And as usual, pretty busy. Probably the best breakfast in Coral Bay. As we keep going, we're going to start our ascent down towards the Coral Bay Beach, which possibly is the best beach in Paphos, although I would say that if you keep going a little bit further, the Coralia Bay Beach is that little bit better. I think its orientation and the goldiness and the browning up of its sand and the rock formations are that little bit better, and it's not quite as busy because it's not quite as famous as the Coral Bay Beach. This coming up here now is the Second Cup coffee shop, and as you can see, well, it's a very popular coffee shop indeed. As for yellow lines, even if they're double, well, in Cyprus, don't really worry about it. You can just park up, and if a traffic warden does come, normally he loiters with intent and circles your car at least 10 times before he even thinks about writing a ticket, because he often worries that perhaps you may be one of his gumbarus. Gumbaru, by the way, if you're new to the channel, means best man. So in other words, a friend. So if you understand, in Cyprus, the traffic wardens don't really want to give you a ticket because you never know, you may be a friend of theirs. And the policemen, they don't really want to stop you for speeding or for talking on your mobile phone because, again, you may be a friend of theirs. Or maybe you've got a friend in high places, like myself. I just happen to know Fordonis, who is the mayor of Paphos. So if you dare to give me a ticket, I would phone him up and he would say, Mr. Paul, just pay the bloody ticket. Well, there we go. Right, talking about superstars, by the way, we haven't mentioned who's on the breakfast crew so far. The girl in charge of the crew, well, her name is the one and only Dame Anne. She's coming out of Paphos very soon. She's probably getting very excited, unpacking, packing, unpacking, unpacking, choosing those perfect outfits for Chuchka dancing down the Paphos promenade with Miss Oching receiving LaBouffe, that's Miss Marika, and of course myself, Mr. Paul. And if you'd like to bump into us, all you've got to do is drop it in the comments, and I promise you we'll come to Chuchka dancing especially to see you. We'd love to meet everybody, and it actually hurts us when we don't meet you. We would like to chat and sit with the whole world if it's possible. We're a channel that likes to bring a little bit of fun and a little bit of happiness into some people's lives, and if we can, we'll make it happen, that's for sure. Today I'm going to mosey on down to the Leonardo Cyprian Maris Hotel and sit around and drink coffee with some superstars. And she is a superstar because in her name is the word star, and her name is Miss Anna Starr, the greatest lawyer from downtown Poland. And I'm going to go and sit and have a chat with her, her husband and her son, and you never know, we might go down to the Cape of Paphos promenade and have a coffee or two. So I'm looking forward to my afternoon, shall we say. As we transcend down here, we're going to come out right by the Coral Bay Beach Hotel and Resort. That's the resort right in front of us there. And of course the Viscount Paul Butler, he hung out in there last year with the superstar known as Miss Bev. And I understand that Mr. Dave and Miss Rachel from downtown South Wales, the green grass of home, they're going to come and mosey on down in that hotel very soon indeed. Where this blue bus is, we may as well let him out, we're not in a big hurry. if you were to take a left there, you would go into the Coralia Beach car park. And I believe that, as I've told you many, many times, that's the best beach in the whole of Cyprus. Although I'm sure many, many people will disagree with me. I know Nessie Beach up in Ayia Napa is a spectacular beach. It really is. And of course you've got Nessie Island. If you go hunting in YouTube and you pop Marika and me Nessie Beach, well, guess what? We've been there and made a video or two, and we've actually transcended through the translucent waters of Nessie Beach and gone out to Nessie Island and monkeyed around, especially for you. Now, where are we? Well, this road is the road from Coral Bay to the area known as Sea Caves. The name gives it away a little bit. It's an area with a spectacular cave structure and a beautiful, beautiful rock formation. And on top of all of that, of course, spectacular views out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. We're going to mosey on down a bit further, and we're going to probably take a left and go and find somewhere to finish this video with a spectacular view out across the beautiful, today it's bluey turquoisey blue, by the way. It's even more spectacular than it ever was before. We had a storm a couple of days ago, and of course that mixes in bits and bobs, and it's come back with this turquoisey blue, and I think it's well worth staying on for a bit longer to see just how beautiful it is. And I promise you, you are going to get a spectacular view indeed. So this is the road out into the Sea Caves area. There's villas scattered around here, there and everywhere. Obviously some of them are villas that are owned, and of course some of them are villas that are to rent. Now, as I've said in a previous video, I made a new friend today, and of course his name is Matt Story, and he owns 24/7, which is a security company. So perhaps if you've got an apartment or a villa in Cyprus and you want to organise security, well, go and hunt him down. 24/7 security, but he's got a partner in crime, and as he said, literally he jumps into bed with her every single day, and her name is Miss Katie, and she just happens to run a business called Marry Me. Yes, you heard me correctly. So if you want to get a special wedding in downtown Paphos, that could be the site for you. marryme.com. Go and have a look at it, and we're going to jump into bed with them and see what we can come up with. And he's just bought a spectacular villa in the Kosonaga lowlands, and it's surrounded by beautiful greenery, and he's going to set it up as a wedding venue. So don't forget to keep coming back, because we're going to go make a special video on that, that's for sure. And it could be somewhere that you could book for that special wedding venue. And remember, Katie runs Marry Me. They've been on British TV, so you've only got to hunt them down on YouTube, and they are very, what's the word, expertised in organising those special weddings for you. Now we're going to take a left and go down to the Aurelio. I think that's how you pronounce it, and it's a spectacular little restaurant which started off as a humble little kiosk, by the way, only a few years ago, and then this big ship crashed onto the shore. The crew liked Cyprus so much that they decided to stay here for the rest of their life, and this little humble shack has now grown into possibly one of the busiest restaurant cafeteria tavernas in the whole of Paphos, possibly in Cyprus. So this little ship certainly did them a favour or two. So let's get down and show you a truly spectacular view, a view that's going to take your breath away. There we go. There's some YouTubers and some people taking some pictures. This is Sea Caves, and we're going to do a little bit of off-roading, so please forgive the camera bouncing around a little bit. This is the cafeteria restaurant on our left hand side, and of course it sits on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Let's get over here and show you a truly spectacular view to finish on, and I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you do like what you see, why not hit the like, click the subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. Thanks for watching, and of course we will see you very, very soon. Wow, what a spectacular view. Still a little bit of chopsiness in the water, and that's that beautiful turquoisey blue pictured with a beautiful, beautiful blue sky. And there's a rather old boat decaying, and if you look very, very carefully, two people have swum out, and they are actually on the middle deck, and there's a gentleman climbing up to the upper deck. Not something that I would recommend, but you know, if you're feeling brave and you want to get some spectacular photos, perhaps. But make sure you are wearing suitable attire, and make sure that there's no gumbarus in blue around, that's for sure. So let's reverse a little bit, otherwise we'll end up in the blue Mediterranean Sea. That's the little restaurant Taverna, which, like I say, is not so little anymore. Go hunting back through some of our videos, and of course we've made a special video there for a superstar known as Miss Charlotte, and that was about a month ago now, wasn't it? Spectacular place, by the way. It's like a, well, hunting ground. People just come down here and chill out and hang out for literally hours. And of course the big attraction is the big ship. There it is. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and of course we'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.